Hello, and welcome to another episode of Live with Chef Heff. Today we are going to be making a chicken rollatini recipe that I found online. Going to be using the ingredients you see here today. I'm a little confused because I thought chicken rollatini was just something like eggplant rollatini, which is just eggplant and cheese. But apparently we're going to stuff it with some prosciutto and some provolone. So anyway, these are the ingredients we have here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make the mixture of the stuff to dip the chicken in. So it says to use a quarter of a cup of Parmesan cheese. And then it says to use a half a cup of Italian breadcrumbs. They asked for some low-fat stuff, but that's not me. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to cut up a lemon, use lemon juice, olive oil, and pepper into one of them. And that's where we're going to put the chicken in. So instead of like a egg batter and flour, we're going to be using a lemon, olive oil mixture, and then the breadcrumbs to see how that works. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I made the ingredients for the breading. So that's the oil, pepper, and lemon juice, and that's the breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese. Basically, that's all it said to do. This is the chicken. It says to use 8 pieces of a thin sliced 3-ounce chicken. I have no idea how to make an ounce out of a chicken. So basically, you're gonna do the whole thing. And it asked me to pat these down dry, which I will, and then place them on a cutting board and roll them up. Place them into the mixture. Then once in the mixture, roll them up and then put them in a pan. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to show you the rolling up part because I only got 2 hands. But I'm going to try and do what I can. Okay, so this is the stuff for the breading. This is the chicken I used. I patted it dry, cleaned it, patted it dry, which is what they say to do. It's also the first time I've ever done that, so here we go. Now we're going to try and see if this mixture works. Get in there, little chicken. This way you don't have to put the chicken in with its little unborn children, as some chefs say. Get that nice and coated. I'm going to try and bread these, and if I can remember, keep the smooth side, this side, as opposed to this side, although they both look the same. Keep the smooth side down, this way when I roll it, it's going to have this side up. Let's see if that works. Let's see if this transfer works, actually. Get in there. I must say I've never used an oil and lemon instead of eggs, but recipe did call for it, so I was like, give it a try. Probably should use a bigger bowl, but right now we're just gonna get with what we have. It also says that once you're done with this, you're going to transfer the rest of this breading onto the chickens. I don't think there's going to be enough to be a rest of. That's the way one looks. So I showed you one, and now I'm just going to do the rest by hand, by using 2 hands, so it'll be easier. So I will see you soon. Okay, so I breaded the cutlets. It worked out pretty well with the oil instead of the egg. It's actually a lot less clumpy for the most part, although the last 2 cutlets were pretty tough to do. It got a little just, unbearable. So I just kind of made some more and threw it all on top. See what happens. You're supposed to preheat the oven to 450, and it's just going to cook from 25 to 30 minutes. I can't do that right now because I'm using the stovetop as the cutting board. But right now we're going to try and attempt rolling up one of these chicken cutlets. As you can see, the downside of this really didn't bread too well. So I'm going to take that piece, take some of this provolone. I'm sorry, this prosciutto, because that's what that is. I'm going to take a slice of cheese, a half slice, and some of this onion that I expertly cut. Just making a little joke. And we're going to try and roll and film. Let's see how this works. The recipe did say that we didn't need to worry about holding this down or anything. No, actually, it wasn't that bad. Because you're just going to put it sealed side down. Actually, it wasn't bad. Okay, let's try this one. If I can get one. Yeah, these are the last two, and they just didn't bread as well as I would have liked. Some chicken, some prosciutto, which is hard to get out of these wrappings. And 2 pieces of cheese, or 1/2. Some of the red onions, but apparently I didn't expertly cut all the way through. Spoke too soon. And roll. And then you place seal side down. I already pre-oiled the pans. And basically you're going to do that until the pans are done, then put them in the oven. Okay, so it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but yeah, it's pretty good. You got 7 pieces here. It's supposed to be made for 8, but I only had 7 pieces of chicken. Yeah, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I was a little surprised about the lack of sides for this recipe, so I'm going to make a little pot of sauce and some pasta to go with it. The cooking time for this is 25 to 30 minutes on 450. I was supposed to preheat my my oven while I was doing this. It was supposed to be ready right away, but because I was using the stove as the oven, stove as the counter, I couldn't do that. I probably said that 2 or 3 times already. But anyway, so this is preheating right now. Once they're preheated, they're going to go right in like this, 25 to 30 minutes, and then they'll be ready to eat. So we'll see how that works. So I took 3 out and I kept 4 in. Breading looks a little light, even though it looks pretty golden in the picture, but it looks like a little light. But that's what the kind of picture showed. They're done. They're absolutely done. Just waiting for my pasta and my sauce, and then I will have a nice plate set up. But yeah, this looks pretty good. Here's the other 4 that are in there. You can't see it because I put it wrong, but yeah. I'm going to keep those in for like 2 more minutes, see if we can get the breading to cook a little longer. I would say the breading's light because of the lack of oil or egg, but here's what it is. So, it looks pretty good right now. We'll see how it looks on the final plating. So this is the final product of the chicken rollatini. Looks pretty good. Well, it's a little dry on this one. I guess I didn't use enough cheese for this one, but the other ones look pretty good. These especially. These came out really nice. Stayed in a little longer. And instead it has some pasta sauce on the side. Used up the rest of the prosciutto and the cheese in the pasta. Next time I make this, and I probably will make it again, I'll add a little bit more cheese and prosciutto to the chicken. Still think there's more of a cordon bleu than a chicken rollatini, but that's what the recipe asked for. Anyway, this is Live with Chef Heff. Hope you enjoy the video. Have a good night.